Hello, survivors, and welcome to another episode of Will You Survive?
The podcast.
Oh, we're bringing some energy today. I am your host. I am Eric, and I'm joined by my two co-hosts. My co-hosts, and that would be Alex.
That's me.
That's ho-host number one, and TJ.
T-jizzle to the nizzle, fro shizzle, cinnamon venom.
Ho-host. Okay, now no, go on, finish.
Cinnamon venom, hot venom. All men are friends.
Okay.
All men are friends.
Ho-host 2.
Do you get the reference?
No, I don't.
Damn it.
I think Alex did.
No, I just loved it.
Oh, so no points for you. No one got it. Today, which for me it was today. I don't know when you guys watched it, but today we're going to be talking because we watched the movie Hacksaw Ridge.
Hacksaw Ridge.
If you've never seen one of our episodes before, which would be kind of weird to just randomly start with this one, but that could be cool. We're a podcast where we normally watch a horror movie or some sort. I would say this is a horror movie of sorts, but we watch a horror movie, some sort of survival themed movie, and then we just talk about it. And we try to give you some decent survival advice every once in a while. We try. And yeah, that's kind of what we do. Oh, and we rotate hosts depending on who wins because we are keeping score, and it's definitely not arbitrary.
We're getting closer and closer to watching Passion of the Christ every day.
Nice.
One day.
One day.
If I had a nickel for every time God had his eye on somebody during the movie, making sure they're safe, I'd have 2 nickels. Because there's this one, and then what was
The Book of Eli.
Book of Eli, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
War movies always choke me up. They're brutal.
Yeah.
Like this and All Quiet on the Western Front is also, that one really fucks me up
think
too.
of like one that doesn't make me.
I don't know what. You know what I've never seen? You guys are going to go crazy about this. I've never seen Saving Private Ryan.
What?
You know what, Eric? I've only seen the first half, so you're good.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, I've never seen it. And you know what's funny?
Have you seen Full Metal Jacket, though?
No.
We gotta, dude, Full Metal Jacket?
Oh my god, you can't see my face, but shock.
Bro. Fucking Private Pile.
How tall are you, Private Pile? Oh no, not Private Pile. I'm gonna call you Private Cowboy. There's only 2 things that come out of Texas, Private
Queers
Cowboy.
And steers.
Steers and queers,
Yeah.
and you don't have horns on you, so I bet that clears it up.
No, I do like drill sergeants in these types of movies. Here's the thing. I grew up with a single mother. So the only roles that I ever saw Vince Vaughn in were romance comedies.
Yeah.
So seeing him in a serious role is just really hard for me to take him serious.
Yep.
But he did a great job. It's not that he didn't do a great job. It's just really hard for me to see it.
I will tell you, when we get you to watch Full Metal Jacket, Arlie Ermy is an actual drill instructor who was hired on as a consultant. He was not an actor. But because he was training the drill instructor as a drill instructor, they were like, that can't be trained. You have to just do it.
Just work. Just do it.
He just did it.
Yeah.
Who said that? Who signed his own death warrant?
Because I'm pretty sure their whole point is to just completely destroy your character.
God, it was so
they
fucking
Their
good.
goal is to like break you down, build you up.
Break you down.
Yeah,
They're like
you into
everything you are, it's garbage. It's shit. Fuck you.
Yep.
This is what you are now.
Break your individualism and turn you into a unit,
Mm-hmm.
and then build you up from there.
There is no more race here. You are only green, dark green, light green. Forgot which one that was from. Maybe Jarhead. You ever watch Jarhead?
Oh, I love Jarhead. That was a good one too.
That one's it's a kind of like early 2000s. They were in where were they at?
I'm realizing I haven't
believe
seen
it was
a lot
Iraq.
of war movies.
It might have been
Was
Iraq.
it? No, Afghanistan.
Yeah, it was.
I
Some,
think it was
some
Afghanistan.
fucking place where they're
One of the stands.
It was definitely a fight for oil because at one point the oil fields are burning. But yeah, that one's good.
Yeah, I'm realizing I just haven't seen a lot of war movies. I've seen so which ones have I seen? I've seen All Quiet on the Western Front. I've seen Hacksaw Ridge. I I just thought of another one that I saw. Oh God, what was it? I literally just thought of it too.
Yeah.
Name some more. Oh, I've seen Pearl Harbor.
Oh, that's a decent one.
I don't know if you would necessarily call it a war movie, but it's about a part of war. I've seen Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Very historically accurate. I have seen war movies. Come on, name some horror movies.
Fury.
The one that I like
No, I
is
haven't seen Fury.
the one, I love Fury. What about U-571 or
Inglorious Bastards counts.
Inglorious
I
Bastards?
haven't seen it.
The Jew Bear. There's only one thing I hate about fighting in a basement. You're in a basement.
Oh, I've seen like American Sniper, Zero Dark 30, The Lone Survivor, movies like that.
Lone Survivor's pretty good. Men of Honor is great. So I have 5 movies that have actually made me cry. Like not just
Is this one of them?
not just shed a tear.
Oh no, this one just made me shit.
Not just shed a tear, but like I've actually cried. It was when I researched the actual stories, the many, many, many stories that were used to tell the tale of U-571. It was so harrowing. I actually cried when I watched that movie. The other one was Men of Honor, because I really loved the way they portrayed that. One of the others, I never cried for Saving Private Ryan, believe it or not. Like it was great. It was a wonderful movie. It did wonders.
Why is Woody in a war?
Why? Who let Woody fight in a war?
There's a grenade in my boot.
Dude, speaking of grenades, the grenades in this movie for what the Japanese were using.
Yeah.
Those are kind of lit. Not gonna lie.
Just bang them against a rock.
Yeah, you just fucking.
That's how you light them.
And they just, they make a more terrifying noise.
Look,
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie. Look, they worked, but something about having an explosive in your hand and just smacking it against a rock as the way to light it feels like a really bad idea.
Oh, I mean, doesn't it feel like it should just go off?
Yeah, take the explosive device, smack it against a rock. That'll get it going.
Yeah.
And then you throw. I just feel like I wouldn't trust that.
I
and,
agree.
like, stick grenades are probably my favorite grenades.
Stick
Stick
grenades,
grenades
are,
are pretty insane.
I think stick grenades are cool because the way you could fling them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like,
Yeah, just that like straight.
like a tomahawk.
Yeah.
yeah, I think you could get some more distance on those.
No,
But
but every
I
time
don't
I
know.
think about it,
Of
I'm
course,
like,
well, of
in
course,
my
we
brain, I
decided.
feel like I can't throw them. You know, it's like when you're trying to throw something in a dream. I feel like
Yes,
I'd
or
be like,
punch.
damn it, I didn't throw it far enough.
Yeah.
I feel like if I throw it, I would let go too late, and it would just go right down.
Like how I do in fucking Siege.
Yeah, yeah.
Always bounce off the fucking window I'm trying to throw it through. I'm like, oh, sorry,
another
guys.
war movie. Another war movie that always touches my soul is We Were Soldiers. That was Mel Gibson. That was the initial war that actually, the initial battle that actually brought us into the Vietnam War.
Yeah, Mel Gibson
And
directed this.
I've never seen
Yeah.
Tropic Thunder.
Oh, that was a
You
good
haven't seen Tropic
one.
Thunder?
I've seen so many clips that I feel like I've seen it by now.
I
but-
will end you. I love that scene.
For 500 years, that word has been used to keep us down.
Yeah, I like.
What do you
Robert,
mean us?
I like Robert Downey Jr. in that one.
Yeah.
RDJ.
RDJ.
That's what
I was gonna say
everybody
RDJ.
remembers
Isn't that
him,
a-
but also Tom Cruise was in it, and Tom Cruise,
Tom Cruise was in Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, he
dude,
was a
and the
chameleon.
character
He was
he
the
played,
agent.
like he was funny. Like Tom Cruise needs to be in more roles like that, bro.
It was.
Oh, he's too busy doing
wild.
Mission Impossible 19.
He's done with Mission Impossible now, so hopefully.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Finally, after 19, after hanging off of a fucking airplane, he's
Yeah.
finally done.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he's done a lot of fucking.
I don't believe him. I like.
If
I'm
they
sorry, I
offer
just
him
don't.
enough money, he'll be back.
I don't even think that's it. He's just gonna be flying one day and he's gonna think of a new stunt. And he's gonna be like, I gotta do a whole new Mission Impossible for that one.
It's like, dude, I need to fucking blow myself up.
You know, because he has a fucking pilot's license.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The guy is literally just doing side quests.
Yeah, he did
Yeah.
all the skydiving and shit.
Side
Yeah.
quest.
He's just bored,
He really.
which
He-
good for him.
Oh, he's broken bones and shit too, because he does all his own stunts.
Really, I kind of felt like he was invincible. I don't know.
And I forgot which one it was, but he was running on a rooftop.
Why? You got restricted.
Because we talked about broken bones.
Sexually suggestive behaviors.
What did we say?
What? I get off of here. Dude, it disconnected you. I don't know how to.
Did it disconnect me?
Yeah.
Oh, we're having technical issues.
It normally asks me if I want to disconnect you. This time I said cancel and it just disconnected you. I just sent another invite. Did you get it?
Yeah.
There you are.
And
That was freaking ridiculous.
What fucking behaviors,
Cancel.
dog?
Cancel. I have no idea.
What sexually suggestive behaviors did we do or say?
I have no idea what
Am
that
I
was.
just that hot?
Am I just that hot? No. No.
Wait, hang on. Josh just came in and said Robert Downey Jr. is his favorite black actor ever. And that is, that's pretty solid.
What?
So,
Sexually suggestive. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, what did we even talk about?
we
didn't say anything sexually related.
I don't think that. Yeah, Sam says that you're just that hot.
Damn. Well, it's a curse.
So,
it's a blessing and a curse, you know?
Let me ask you this.
Oh, 1917.
Host, do you have a favorite part of this movie?
Me? Well, yeah, kinda. There's just a lot. I think like my favorite part would just be when he started lowering one after the other, and the other.
Can I tell you my favorite part?
Yeah, what's your favorite part? That might help me narrow it down.
Now, because we always do this, we always jump to the end of the movie. But when that captain, was it captain or colonel, who called in the shore and said, "What is going on? You were supposed to be up that hill by 1000 hours." And he goes, "Sir, we're waiting for Private Doss."
Yeah.
He's like, "What do you mean you're waiting for Private?" He's praying, sir, and nobody would go until he finished praying.
They said, "Hell no, I'm not going up there without a prayer."
They may not believe anything that he believed in, but damn, were they not going to go without him?
What was your favorite moment, TJ?
I liked. I don't know.
I don't know.
I always like the
part.
drill sergeant scenes in movies like this. So
Those are very funny.
when he's like walking around and you think he'd go straight to the naked guy who's just butterball naked.
Yep.
But no, he just kept walking past him, and he walks up to the one dude. And he's like, "You must have Schwani blood in you."
Oh yeah.
It's like, sir, no, sir. Are you whatever? But show me a war
You must
cry.
have Indian.
Because he had the because he had the knife in his foot, right?
There was the dude who
There's
looked Indian. So I'll call you
There's
chief.
something off about you.
Is it?
Knife in my foot, sir.
Is it perhaps you're whatever? Isn't whatever? And he'd like fucking. I have a knife in my boot, charge.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, that's a great scene. So there was a moment that it really hit me because I've been talking with people on Threads, which is just never a productive conversation.
No.
But I found myself on the religious side of Threads.
TJ's gonna love this.
Yeah, well, he might actually. So it's usually just like I feel like I get rage baited sometimes, but it's usually someone just saying something that's like, you're like kind of close, but you're missing the big part of it, you know, like kind of a big key concept.
Mm-hmm.
And something that you see a lot in just Christianity in general, but also on Threads especially, is people being like, "Oh yeah, well this sin is worse though. Like this is a bad sin." I'm like, it's all bad. It's all equally bad. It all sucks. Which I'm like super paraphrasing, but the way that or like what you could point to kind of prove that is Jesus saying like, if you hate in your heart, you're as guilty as the murderer. And it was really like, I don't know. It was a heavy moment in the movie where I think he's in the foxhole and he's talking to, it's actually just a mortal hole, I think. And he's talking to, who was it? Who he's talking to? God, what was his name?
Was it Smitty?
Smitty. He was talking to Smitty, and he said, he was talking about when he took the gun from his dad, and he pointed it at his dad. And Smitty asked him, "Did you kill him?" And he said, "No." Or he said, "Well, I killed him in my heart." And that, I don't know, that just hit really hard because it was like he realized he didn't actually do it, but he wanted to. And that scared him enough that he vowed to never pick up the gun again.
Yep.
And which he broke, by the way.
He did.
He picked up a gun in the
picked
movie.
up a gun to
So,
drag, dude. So, yeah.
is he really that good?
Little fun fact. I don't know if you read this, but according to Mel Gibson, Desmond T. Doss's son, Desmond Jr., he attended the screening and cried about the portrayal of Andrew Garfield of his dad.
He did an incredible job. He just did a phenomenal job.
He's a good actor.
I do want to point out the prayer scene that you were talking about. There was something that stood out to me. I will offer a point to either of you who could correctly guess it.
What?
It was something that stood out that I was like, really?
That
he had his eyes
something
open?
stood out in this movie?
Yeah. During the prayer scene, there's something that happens. There's like a detail that made me go, really?
Oh, the final prayer scene.
Mhm.
At the
His
end.
hands are wrapped up?
No, that seems normal.
Huh. I don't know. He's reading the way he was.
His hair was perfect.
Oh, really?
His hair was just so perfectly gelled and just so flawless when he goes to put on his helmet. And I'm like, you just came back from hell.
Interesting.
And your face still looks fucked up, but your hair is just pristine.
I mean,
didn't
you seen in the one when like they're rinsing him off, all the blood coming out of his hair and stuff. So you would think that it would be a little fucked up. I don't think.
Well,
blood
yeah,
is
I
good
would
for
just,
follicles.
I would just think that like doing your hair is not something you're gonna do before you go to war.
Yeah.
Especially when you just came from there and you know what's up there. You're not like, oh, let me make sure I look good for the Japanese. No, it was just it's Hollywood, obviously, but it was just a funny thing where I noticed it and I was like, really perfect hair. It's like when a woman in a movie is like thrown around and beat up, she's like fighting or whatnot, and then she gets up and her hair's perfect and her makeup is all done. You're like, really? Come on.
Come on. So, did you know that with the exception of Vince Vaughn, the rest of all the major cast was and supporting cast were all born or raised in England or Australia?
That does not surprise me, actually. I don't know why, but it doesn't. There's a lot of like Australians and what was that other one you said?
British.
England or
Sorry, what?
the fictitious country.
They give them okay. Yeah, and the Muppets were in this movie too, I guess. Yeah, but
they claim that they're. I think they do it for tax purposes.
Probably they're really good at
Sam
masking their
Worthington,
accents.
The guy who's in like the Avatar and whatever, or an Avatar, he's also British.
Or
they're really good at masking or doing an American accent.
Or what? They're really good at speaking regular.
I was gonna say mask their accent, but then I'm like, well, as opposed to what?
They are great at speaking regular. What is that fucking guy's name? I gotta look.
Which one?
It was his dad, Hugo Weaving.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that guy before.
Agent Smith.
Yeah. Oh, was that him? Oh, that
Dude,
is where I know him
looks
from.
Beat the fuck up in this movie, bro.
He sure as fuck did.
He plays an alcoholic.
He plays a great alcoholic. Maybe. What if he was just fucking? What if he was just drunk the whole time?
Can I? Sorry, TJ. It's going to be a religious question. Can I ask you a question? I think I already know the answer to.
Huh.
So in 1 Corinthians 6:19, welcome to Bible study.
I know that one.
Do you really?
Yeah.
What is it?
Well, continue first.
Yeah, you don't know that one.
I know it. Just continue.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Once I say it, then you're gonna be like, well, I know it because it's obviously that. 1 Corinthians 6:19. Paul is talking to the Corinthians, and he mentions that he puts a special emphasis on sexual immorality, and it is talking about how all other sins are outside the body, but sexual immorality is a sin that affects inside the body, and it like basically rots you from the outside or from the inside. My question is that some people on Threads have been using that as just kind of like a blanket, like, well, that's talking about homosexuality. Like, oh, that's it. That's what it's talking about. I took it more as not just sexual immorality because, so here comes my question. My question is, wouldn't alcoholism fall into that same category as a sin inside the body?
Well, yeah.
You're corrupting the temple.
Your body does not belong to you, but to God.
That was, as a matter of
fact, wow,
spirit.
That's actually,
didn't it?
I'm impressed with you, TJ. That's a pretty...
I went to church, bitch. I've been baptized, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's not like a super basic Christian principle.
You know,
I'm big cheese.
It was said it was
G's
said
up.
somewhere else. It's not what goes in the mouth that defiles the man, but what comes out of it. And that was to say it's what's already living within you.
It's the
that's
addiction,
evil.
not necessarily the.
And whatever it is, that's like the common thought. I hear it all the time in the religious world, is that homosexuality or abortion or divorce, or it's like those things are what are going to condemn you. It's
I always
living
point
outside
to,
of the grace of God is what's going to condemn you.
Yeah, I always point to, like, I just had this conversation with someone on Threads, and because
Welcome to Bible study.
yeah, we were talking about
That was
sexual
funny.
immorality, and there was somebody basically was saying, like, if you're a Christian and you think being gay is wrong, then why do you do this and this and this and this and this? You're a hypocrite.
It's all wrong.
Yeah, and I was like,
Shouldn't do any of it.
I commented, I was like, I think this is often misunderstood, because yes, being gay is against God's law, but nobody upholds God's law perfectly.
Right.
That's kind of the whole point. It's not saying you're wrong because you do this. It's saying that is your wrong, and you're refusing to admit it.
That's just
That's the
one
problem.
wrong that can be like visualized by other people. There's so much
it's also-
worse inside of here.
Well, my point was that, like, nobody is innocent. We've all sinned, every single one of us. That's why Jesus came, and if you truly believe that, then that's what he died for. And he said that all sin was equal. If you want to talk about, and that's when that guy commented about, like, sexual immorality. He was like, however, sexual immorality affects is a sin that's inside, and Paul puts emphasis on this. And I'm like, so what are you saying then? Are you saying Jesus' sacrifice wasn't enough to cleanse sexual immorality? Is that too big of a sin for him to forgive? Because he forgave that woman in the temple.
Yep.
When he said, those without sin cast the first stone.
Caught in the act of
And they
adultery.
all walked away, caught in the act. And then he told her, he basically said, more like paraphrasing, you're forgiven, go forth and sin no more.
Yep.
So, like, so was she not actually forgiven then? What are we saying here? Like, what?
Wow.
Come on.
They said she wasn't.
But what my point, but I was kind of just arguing, not really arguing, but like, kind of just being like,
You were arguing.
people miss the whole point where I'm like, look, where I think the difference is that pride and this whole, like, they're pushing it has to be accepted and good. And I'm like, see, that's where, as a Christian, you can't really say that. Is that your sin? Is that something that you sin? Is that something you do? That's between you and the Lord. Take it up with the Lord. You do that. You handle that. But when it comes to, like, we as Christians, we still shouldn't sit here and say, like, no, it's good and normal, when God says it's not. That's tough. If you believe that God is perfect, then, like, that's his law.
Well, let's bring it to
and
this particular movie.
all these motherfuckers on Threads you're talking about, they're all online. Guarantee a lot of them are gooners. You know what's a sin? Fucking lust, my guy. That's a
good.
sexual
That's
sin.
a
Yeah.
good point.
That's what we're talking
He
about.
said-
Good point.
Well, that was the other thing. I didn't actually bring this one up, but Jesus also says something similar to the effect of, like, if you lust for a woman that's not your wife, then you're as guilty as the adulterer.
Yeah.
And it's like, then, like, he raised that bar where, like, you're not innocent. Nothing you do is innocent, and it's all equal in his eyes.
Yep.
Speaking of
The
hey,
murderer,
Adele,
the adulterer,
Adele,
the
hit me
thief,
up.
the liar.
Adele. This guy over here is like, I am an adulterer.
See, yeah, he's seeking it.
Hey, you know what, TJ? I'll tell you the other thing that I saw is he told Peter, don't you dare call unclean that which I have cleaned. You're ready to go, my guy. Get it done.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been feeling a real Peter spirit recently.
Which I have never let anything unclean touch my lips.
No, the fighting spirit.
Oh, that was John, wasn't it?
No, wasn't Peter the fighter?
John.
I thought that was the whole
The
thing.
Sons of Thunder. John and his brother.
Wasn't Peter the one who cut the ear off of the guard?
Yeah, but he wasn't much of a fighter. That was like a one-time thing. It was like, and it was impetuous. It wasn't like that was his normal character. He was outside of his normal character, and he did what the Lord was like, "No, what are you doing? I could fucking do that."
I do. I don't know how much you know about this, TJ, but I love that in Matthew, what? Matthew, Mark, and
He
Luke.
says Matthew.
In
Fucking
Matthew-
new book of the Bible. Everybody, go look it up. Matthew.
It's a combination. It's a hybrid book. In Matthew, Mark, and Luke, they all go, a certain disciple cut the ear off of the guard. And then John goes, Peter cut the ear off of this guard. Called him by name. Another petty thing that John does that I really love in his book is he goes, the disciple who Jesus loved, and I think it was also Peter, raced to the tomb, but the one disciple was faster and got there before him. I'm like, way to just throw in that you smoked Peter in a race, John.
Yep.
That's really funny.
It's wild.
That really leads to the fact that they are very human. And that's very funny that John's like, and I fucking smoked that dude. I got there first.
So that was that brings me back to this movie. The character Doss really was forced to live his conviction, right? He thought he had to do something. He had to be a part of this major event, which was World War II. And he couldn't just sit idly by while all of his friends joined the military and they all went, but
Or
he
killed
would
themselves
not,
if they couldn't.
or yeah.
Which is,
But he wouldn't sit idly by,
that is a spirit I don't think America has anymore.
right?
Yeah, there's just no way that, like, I think nowadays it's like, how can I avoid that?
But he was
It's a different generation, though.
intensely on board. Now, one thing that
The propaganda was strong.
the one thing I won't argue much about with this generation is people don't trust the leadership and they have too many reasons not to.
Mm-hmm.
Whichever side you're on, and it started with Vietnam, was they forced people to go to war for not even a war. It was
They
a
wouldn't
police
call
action.
it a war. They call it a conflict.
And they wouldn't vote on it. They wouldn't say, and then they all
They'll send you to die,
obfuscated.
but it's not a war.
All of Congress obfuscated and blamed it on the presidency, but none of them would rein him in with the power of the purse. They all just kept pretending like it was, it's not a war. I mean, he can do what if he wants to do that, he can do it. So they all obfuscated and blamed it on the president instead of saying, this is on us. And at least World War II was a countrywide thing. Everybody knew.
That's what I was going to say. The World Wars, it also felt like there was a very clear, I mean, from our perspective, there was a very clear good and bad.
Yeah.
And it was not clouded. It was like, if you were on the Allies, you knew that is bad. We have to fight that. There's no other option. Multiple countries agree with us. We're all we're all united in this effort to stop them from doing this.
Right.
But then stuff like Vietnam is like, even our own country was divided on that, where half the country was like, this is ridiculous.
Right.
Like, what are we doing?
I mean, if it wasn't half, it was at least a plurality.
Yeah.
There was a large population of people who were against Vietnam.
Now,
The
if I'm not
overwhelming
wrong,
majority was for World War II.
if I'm not wrong, what I think was the most sad about Vietnam was, am I wrong in saying that a lot of the Vietnam protesters protested the soldiers coming back rather than protesting against Congress and the presidency?
Both.
Because you see it a lot of media. I don't know how true it actually was, but you see it a lot of media where like the protesters would be like shitting on the soldiers getting back like from war. And my thought is like, why are you shitting on them? What did they do?
See, so
They didn't make the decision.
there wasn't a lot of widespread protests on the Vietnam soldiers who were coming back.
That's
That
good,
was
that's good.
something that the soldiers themselves reported those types of incidents, and they were what is it called again when a person, it's not statistical, it's my own personal experience
Anecdotal?
is anecdotal. It was a lot of anecdotal tales of people coming back, and the population in which the cities that they lived were very against them being a part of the war, and they would personally reprimand. And it was, I would at least say, there was a plurality of these stories of soldiers who were being berated at home, saying, you're scum, you're a baby killer, you're you're horrible. And it was like, they didn't have these wide press coverages where you could look back and see the film and see, yes, this actually happened. So, it's one of those things where people will say, oh, it lacks the evidence to prove that that was actually happening. But I know my dad talked about the fact that there were plenty of people who, you could say hated them for being a part of it. It was like, dude, we were freaking drafted. It wasn't a choice.
Yeah. Which that's insane. You should not be able to draft if you're not going to call it a war.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, exactly.
You better fucking put your whole fucking ass behind it. Your whole fucking power and purse behind it if you're going to start drafting us. What are we drafting for if it's not a war?
Yeah.
You know what they didn't show in this movie?
What?
The fact that he was... So, like, they go from, like, fucking boot camp to, you're on the fucking front lines in Okinawa, you're going up this cliff. He was actually in 3 battles.
I didn't know that.
Battle of Guam, while serving with his platoon in 1944 in Guam. He was awarded 2 Bronze Star medals with a V device, which is basically to differentiate, whether he was like, combat valor versus other, whatever. And he aided in that war too. He saved a bunch of people there too. They also didn't show the fact that he was wounded 4 times whilst in like Hacksaw Ridge. One of which he got shot in the left arm by a sniper, which they showed the sniper, but he didn't get hit there.
So from what I know about this movie, this is like less than half of what actually happened. And it's kind of like a well-known fact that they actually took out a lot of stuff because they didn't think that the audience would believe it. That it just seemed too sensational and too not possible that if you added it in the movie, people would be like, this is stupid.
And he did actually kick that grenade. He got 17 pieces of shrapnel embedded in his body from that.
That's insane. What's crazy, this whole fucking story is crazy.
Yeah.
But there's one account, which I don't know how this would be found out, but like, how would he know? But whatever. There's apparently an account of one of the Japanese snipers saying that he tried to shoot Doss several times. And every time he would aim the rifle at Doss and fire. I've heard the story multiple times from a lot of different sources, but I don't know. It could just be a rumor. All the crazy stuff. So that sniper apparently tried to shoot Doss several times. The gun jammed every time, and then he would aim at someone else and shoot, and it would go. My questions here are like, 1, how did we find that Japanese sniper who would give that account? 2, how did he know it was Doss? Like, there's just a couple.
Well, when fucking a white Gumby is running across the goddamn battlefield, I feel like it's pretty obvious. Bro looked like an Enderman, long neck ass.
Got a good.
What's an Enderman?
It's from Minecraft. It's a really tall dude. Nah, I was talking to Eric before we started, and they kept calling him String Bean in the movie. Bro had a long ass neck. I'm surprised he didn't get shot.
Yeah,
he almost did.
He almost did, but yeah, no. In movies like this, dude, I feel like we're lucky that if there's ever another war that Japan isn't, we just hope that they're on our side, because like in movies like this, the every Asian like country we've gone against, they're always like fucking crazy, dude.
Well, we don't have to worry about the Japanese anymore. We blew them so far. We blew up their masculinity so hard that they just started doing anime and hentai. So
listen. But what if they cut off the hentai supply? That'd be
they'd fight.
I just think we sent them back like 200 years in masculinity. I don't know.
I don't know. They know how to kill themselves good though. The fucking with the seppuku.
So here's something I heard.
There's some more to
that I want to look into. I don't know if this is true or if this was just someone trying to throw shit because of the current state of the world. Someone was telling me that the Japanese learned their kamikaze, that the Islamic extremists and like Iranians and whatnot, not all Iranians, but the ones who blow themselves up, learned from the Japanese.
Huh.
And so I kind of want to look into that, like how true that is, because that would make sense because of what the Japanese were doing in World War I and II.
During World War II, there was a lot of new drugs on the scene, like fucking meth. Yeah. And
for
the
the Germans.
The thing about that is, hey, Germans and like pretty much everybody was sending their soldiers out with like meth. We had like pills and shit that would be sent out with like the MREs and stuff. But basically, you kind of just don't care if you die. So I'm pretty sure I heard that the Japanese they were really into that too. They had their own source of whatever drug they were using.
Well, that's what they talked about
to kind of get rid of.
Yeah,
that's Vietnam.
They talked about that in this movie where they were saying that the Japanese would just come at them like animals, and like, is how they described it. And they're like they don't care if they die. It's terrifying. They you shoot them and they get back up and run at you until you kill them. But also, so kind of going towards the end again, a funny moment that TJ clocked right away, and I also clocked when I saw it was at the very end when they load up Desmond on the stretcher.
Yep.
And they go, "It's okay, Desmond. We secured Hacksaw Ridge." I'm like, hang on a minute. At the very beginning, that soldier who came down from Hacksaw Ridge and talked to them told them that the Japanese had kicked them off of the ridge 6 times.
Yep.
Desmond goes up. That's number 7. Comes back down. Desmond goes up again. That's number 8. 20 minutes in, I'm guesstimating. 20 minutes into the fight, gets injured. It is getting loaded on the stretcher, and they go, "We secured Hacksaw Ridge." Motherfucker, what? Are you kidding me? Did you not learn from the other 8 times that they come back?
Hey,
what do you mean?
They did end up, real life, they ended up securing the ridge, man.
They did.
That's so crazy that
not
it's just
at
so
that
funny.
time, though.
Yeah, but it's just so funny in the movie. Like 20 minutes into that 8th one, they're like, "This time though,
We
8th
got
time's
it."
the charm. We got it this time. Don't worry." They're not coming
So,
back
I
like
got
the
a
last
list.
8 times.
I got a
Don't
list of all the
worry.
stimulants they used.
Okay.
The Japanese used hiropon, which is
Heroin?
commercial military issued methamphetamine.
Okay.
Senryoku
So legal meth.
Zokyo Zai, which is translated as drugs to inspire the fighting spirit, which were given to them. Tosugi.
What would that be? What would that be the equivalent of? Because there are drugs. What is it? Just like steroids?
Yeah, it doesn't really say
Give you
what
roid
that
rage?
was. It's kind of like a blanket term. Tosugi was the one they would give before kamikaze attacks. It's a special high dose stimulant that they would give to frontline assault troops and kamikaze pilots before high risk or suicide missions, and then also cat eye tablets, which
That's so
specialize
crazy.
with
So they
night
just
vision
had-
and alertness.
They just had a bunch of drugged up
Yeah.
20-year-olds
Mhm.
flying planes and shit.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Wow.
no. And
Yeah.
then, pretty much
We
everywhere
are
after
so
the war,
sophisticated.
there were so many like addiction like epidemics happening because they're
I
kind of just
think-
giving drugs to people.
I think to be fair, that would have been the case no matter what.
Yeah.
I do think that it couldn't help at all that you were loading them up before they were released from the military. But when you see that much death and destruction,
You're fucked up.
what did they call it? I think it was World War One that they called it
The Great War?
They
The
called
war
it,
to end all wars?
Well, yeah, they called World War One the Great War, but they called it shell shock.
Mhm.
Oh.
And then in World War II, they called it wasn't PTSD until recently. That one was, I forget what they called it in World War II, but it was essentially the same thing. All of them have a different name, but it was the absolute trauma that came from going through that kind of event. It's not normal to see that much loss of life and that much destruction at the hands of man.
Well, they say
And
like this
you're
movie, in
not-
my opinion, really gave off that saying that war is hell.
Yeah.
Where, in the very beginning, when they first get up to the top of the ridge and they're walking around and they're just seeing what came before them,
Yep.
that's got to be so demoralizing.
Some of them that
to see
had
that.
maggots on them and rats and
Yep.
yeah.
That's got to be so demoralizing.